Oh my gosh. Unlike everyone else, I did not take an edible today. But I did spend the day on Staten Island, so I am equally delirious. I don't like Staten Island, but I'm glad that it exists, you know? Because whenever people shit talk Long Island, I'm like, but at least we're not Staten Island, you know? Oh my goodness. I normally wouldn't start a set this way, but can I ask you guys a question? Because something has happened in my life, and I need to poll an audience of strangers, all right? So in your opinion, how many pet bunnies is too many pet bunnies for an adult man to have? Just shout out option. How many?
0.
0, I heard, okay. I went out with a guy, and he took me back to his place, and he surprised me by saying, by the way, I have 3 pet bunnies. Yeah, that's the correct response, I think. 3, yeah, more than 2, 3, yeah. And they were free range, like they weren't in a cage. They were just like in his living room. And I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, you know? I was like, are they like childhood pets? And he goes, no, I've just always wanted them. So like I went out and bought one and thought, no, not enough. Like, I don't understand it. And some of my friends say I'm too picky, but like I'm trying to decide if I want to die alone or die surrounded by this man's bunnies, you know? I posted about it online, and all these Australian people got really mad at me. They're like, you Americans just don't respect a bunny. Was that a good Australian accent? Was it pretty good? All right. Oh my gosh. But anyway, that is just like an example of how bad my love life is. My mom is actually trying to intervene. She's really desperately trying to get me laid. She's working hard. And you know, the thing is, she's good at it. She has a really good strategy. She's convinced I can get any man I want if I just wear all leopard print outfits. Yeah. She goes, Laura, because she's from Queens. She goes, Laura, you're going to look sexy. You're going to look like a predator. She said, you are going to look like a sexual predator. And I was like, Mom, you're making it so much worse, you know? Don't do that. But like, I can't blame her because my love life is that bad. You know, like I recently saw a targeted ad suggesting that I become a nun. And it was very specific. It was like, hey, you've been single for a while. Why not date God? And I was like, is he tall? You know? But I showed my mom, because she's Catholic, and I thought she'd be proud of me. And she just insulted me in that way only a mother can, you know? You guys know what I'm talking about? She goes, Lauren, you'd be a terrible nun. And I got defensive. I was like, what can a nun do that I can't? Wear all black and not have sex? I do that constantly. Oh my gosh. My mom's like desperate for a grandchild. You know, like when I froze my eggs, she named them. Yeah, it's bad. I did freeze my eggs. It was an interesting process. Hardest part of the process, explaining it to my 75-year-old dad, because he just doesn't understand what occurs inside a woman. He was like, Lauren, you're not going to put the eggs in our freezer, right? He goes, and I quote, okay, I wouldn't want to eat one on accident. I was like, Daddy, what do you think comes out of a woman, right? How did I get here? Was Mom like, well, we could have an omelet, or... Ridiculous. Anyway, all that to say, I am not having sex. It's not happening for me. I am doing the opposite of having sex. I am reading a lot of books. Yeah, a lot of readers in here, I bet, right? Yeah, I am just reading those bad boys front to back, you know? Cracking spines all over town. Because I think what happens when a woman doesn't have sex for a while, we get smarter. You know, we fill ourselves with knowledge because men aren't filling us. Whereas Yeah, sucks to suck. Whereas when men, don't have sex for a while, you murder. Or you buy 3 bunnies. I don't know. Crazy. Let's see. I am trying to write a romance novel. Yeah. I decided to set it in the sexiest place I could think of, the hardware store. Yeah, because there's so much nailing and drilling, screwing, right? There's caulk. I don't know what it does, but it sounds like it goes in you, And I told this to a friend of mine, and he brought me to a party, and he introduced me to a room full of strangers. And he goes, "This is Lauren. She writes Home Depot erotica." I want it on my tombstone. All right, I've got time for one more. All right. Brace yourselves. It's about my vagina. That's what I say to everyone encountering her. No. All right, so my mom and I, we see the same gynecologist. And normally it's fine, right? She's a good doctor. She knows our family history. Normally it's fine. But the last time I went in to see her, and she went in to see me. Yeah, I like that joke because it's kind of a slow burn, It's also why I was at the gynecologist. Anyway. That got you. All right. Anyway, she's inside of me, and she's examining me, and she goes, "Lauren, you look just like your mom." And I was like, "Where?" Right? Where are you looking when you say that to me? Because I know I have my mom's eyes. But do I also have her lips? And I know it's bold to go out on a joke about your mom's vagina. But the thing is, I grew up there, so I feel entitled to talk about it. All right, I'm Lauren Festa. I write erotica about...
Give it up for Lauren Festa. Lauren Festa, everybody.